Hello and a very warm welcome to my Karatbars office. It's Brian McGinty here. Just a little background on this video. I had a phone call this morning from a brand new affiliate in Karatbars who went out to meet a new potential customer and was speaking to that customer about Karatbars, telling them all about why they need to own gold. And that customer across the table said to them, "I don't want to buy from Karatbars because Karatbars are too expensive." Now that affiliate then rang me up and said to me, "Brian, well, how do I handle that?" So this prompted me really to make this video, just to put to bed a few reasons why this is happening, because whenever I started with Karatbars in June 2013, so almost 4 years ago, the very first conversations I was having with people about gold as well, they were coming back to me and saying Karatbars was expensive as well. So it got me thinking, why do people think that? Where's the basis for that? What knowledge do people have? So I'm going to cover that in this little video. I hope you get something from it. I hope you learn something about gold and how gold is priced. And again, everything I talk about in this video is not my opinion. It's facts based on my research and my time with the company. So I'm going to cover, why do affiliates give up? That's the main thing. Whenever someone starts as a Karatbars business partner, why does that affiliate give up? Because it's not because of Karatbars International. Karatbars is a very steady company. Karatbars deliver products every single week. Karatbars pay their business partners every week. So it can't be that. So there must be some other reason why affiliates would give up on their Karatbars business. I'm going to show you how gold is graded and priced, which is really important. So if you're thinking about becoming a customer, you'll learn something from this. If you're a business partner, you'll learn something from this as well. I'm going to explain to you why I think Karatbars has the best prices for what we sell. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how you can earn 500 euros worth of free gold if I'm wrong. If you can prove me wrong in what I say in this video today, in terms of Karatbars prices, I'll show you how you can get 500 euros worth of my gold, which is sitting here on my table. So stick through to the end for that anyway, so it'll be worth it for that. So before I start, really, I just want to tell you what Karatbars' mission is. The CEO and founder, Mr. Harold Seitz, his mission is to produce the highest quality gold available in the market. So the highest quality, these words are very important. Make it easily accessible to the masses, okay, easily accessible, of honest people around the world at a price point everyone can afford. And that's really the basis of what I'm going to be talking about here today. His goal is that Karatbars helps millions find financial freedom from the current system of debt. So, what's my research based on? I personally have registered 988 customers and affiliates into Karatbars International since 2013. So they have registered personally with me. That's conversations I will have had with over 980 people. My total group of business partners and customers now is 11,000, and that's in over 100 countries. So I just don't deal with people in Ireland or the UK. I deal with people in over 100 countries. So I get a very good understanding of what's going on. I'm also in weekly contact with over 3,300 of that 11,000 people, because I send out a newsletter, I get feedback from the newsletter, I have conversations with thousands of different people, and they tell me what their issues are and what their problems are, if you like, with building their Karatbars business. And that's what brings me to making this video and giving you the information I'm about to give you. So here's the problem. Whenever someone goes out to tell someone about Karatbars International, and the person comes back and says to them, Karatbars is overpriced gold, that really sets the affiliate back. If you're a brand new affiliate and someone says, no, Karatbars gold is overpriced, you immediately think, well, maybe it is. If you go to someone else, maybe you're quite a strong-minded person, and you go to someone else and you say to that person, take a look at Karatbars, and that person comes back to you and says Karatbars is overpriced, that's two people have said that to you. Now if it happens 2, 3, 4, 5 times, then you get to a stage of rejection where you just don't want to ask anymore, because you're worried about that person coming back and saying Karatbars is expensive. And what happens is the affiliate gives up. Now, as it says on the screen there, rejection doesn't mean you aren't good enough. It means the other person failed to notice what you have to offer. So let's look at why people always come back and say Karatbars is expensive. Let's look at the reasons for that, and let's see if we can educate people on Karatbars prices. Now, the first thing we need to understand is about gold ownership. In 1968, 5% of the population owned gold, and in 2010 it was 0.7%. It's even less than that now. It's less than 0.01% now in 2017. Now, if you think about that, if you go and speak to 100 people tomorrow, out of those 100 people, 99 of those people will not own any gold at all. They will not have any 24 karat gold. They have never bought any 24 karat gold, and they are not in possession of any 24 karat gold. So almost the first question to ask someone always is, how much 24 karat 999.9 gold do you have in your possession right now? Because if that person hasn't bought any and they don't own any, how can they possibly give you an opinion on whether or not Karatbars is expensive? And this is the strange thing about it. Even though less than 1% of the population own gold, over 99% of people will very quickly give you an opinion on gold and its prices. Let's look at why that is. Well, if someone gets their phone out, as what happened in the cafe this morning, and they type in gold price today, or what is the gold price today, or how much does gold cost, I did this on my screen and took a screenshot, then what will come up on the screen is $37. Okay, $37 works out about £28 or 33 euros. Now, because Google has said that's the price of a gram of gold, then people assume that's what the price of a gram of gold is. If they go then to the Karatbars website and see 58 euros, then they think Karatbars is expensive. So the immediate response is, Karatbars is 30-40% overpriced. I'm not buying from Karatbars. The company has too much of a margin on the price of gold. So they don't look any further. And that's what's happening to affiliates. That's what would have happened to me if I had believed the person sitting across the table back in 2013. But what I decided to do was I decided to go and do my own research and background to find out if that really was the case. Now, what people don't realize is that price that comes up in Google, you will see spot price. Now, spot price, some people call that market price. But the thing is, do you really know what spot price is? Does anyone really know what spot price is? Let me explain. Spot price is the price that you get on the markets if you're going to buy gold on the stock market today. So if you went to somewhere like COMEX and you wanted to buy some gold. But the truth of it is, and what people don't realize, is that in order to get your gold delivered, if you're buying it on the stock market, is that to get that price, that $37 price, you need to buy 3,100 grams. That's 100 troy ounces. You cannot get gold delivered below 100 troy ounces. 100 troy ounces today will cost you over 100,000 euros. Now, I'll take you back to what Harold Seitz says, gold for the masses. This is not gold for the masses. This is gold for people who are buying hundreds of thousands and millions of pounds worth of gold. If you are not buying 100 troy ounces, if you can't afford 3,100 grams, then you're not going to get that delivered. Now, there's another point to this that a lot of people don't realize. A lot of the gold sold on the market on the stock markets doesn't even exist. It's sold through a fractional reserve system, which is completely legal. Governments allow it. Banks are allowed to do it. And it basically means that for every bar of gold the trader has, they're allowed to trade more than one bar. So imagine if you went and bought a Ferrari tomorrow from a Ferrari garage, and you went out and you got your piece of paper, you got your V5 logbook or your registration as you call it in the US, and then you went home, but that garage man was selling that Ferrari to 10, 20, 30, 40, 100 other people and giving them a piece of paper saying they owned it as well. That's exactly what happens in the stock market, and it's completely legal. Let's take a little look at it further. The annual unallocated LBMA gold trading is 1.5 million tons. The actual LBMA bullion bank reserves is only 100 tons. So there's 15,000 more gold traded each year than there is physical reserves available. So if you want to buy a piece of paper, if you don't want to actually get your physical gold, then you can buy gold on the stock market at $37 per gram. But again, all you're buying is a piece of paper. And I can sell you a piece of paper today for 37 euros because you're never going to get that gold delivered unless you go over that 100 troy ounces. So that's not gold for the masses. It's not gold for me and you. Let's talk about physical gold then, because physical gold is what we're talking about at Karatbars International. So now if someone mentions spot price to you ever again, you'll know that spot price has nothing to do with the actual physical reality of buying gold. So the spot price I've told you about already. So let's say $35, $36 it's at the moment. If you went to a website called Bullion by Post, for example, in the UK or one of the UK bullion dealers, you can buy 999.9 gold and from an LBMA accredited refinery, and you can get it for around about 42 euros. Now, what I'm going to show you here is, if you did want to go and do that, this is a little petri dish, okay? And I've gone to Bullion by Post, so this is my receipt here. I've gone to Bullion by Post and I've bought myself a little gram, and that's it in here inside this little dish. So that's what you're getting. And I actually showed that to my wife today and she said I'd lose that. And she's right, because it's so tiny, it's inside there. So that's what you're getting for your 42 euros. Let's say then you wanted to buy something more substantial in terms of a gram of gold. If you want to buy 999.9 from an LBMA accredited refinery and you wanted a certificate with it, now why would you want a certificate? Certificate's a good idea if you want to sell it again, because you can actually prove what that is. that gram of gold that came from bullion by post didn't have any certificate with it. So if I wanted to sell that and get my money back, it's really up to me to prove that is what it is. All right. To have a serial number from a company such as Heraeus, you can buy that on bullion by post as well today, but it will cost you €57. Okay, 57 works out about $59, around about £50. If you want more security features, higher security features again, you can go to Swiss Gold, for example, and you can buy something called a Kinney bar. Now, a Kinney bar is 999.9. It comes from an LBMA accredited refinery. It has got the serial number. It has got a certificate, and it has an extra security feature, a hologram again, which adds to that sense of security and authenticity. So within the 24 karat gold, bracket, if you like, you can go anywhere from 35 euros per gram at spot price right up to €70 if you want the highest security features available. Now, people know the difference normally between 10 carat, 14 carat, 15 carat, 18 carat. Well, what we're talking about at Karatbars International is that gold that's inside the band of 24 carat 999.9, and that's what we're talking about here, London Bullion Market Association accredited refineries. Now, the reason people want all these security features, and again, 99% of people don't own any gold, so they don't know about this. But if someone is a gold buyer and they're out there buying gold, they will be very fully aware that there's a lot of gold, fake gold in the market. And so what scammers are doing, if you like, is they're getting tungsten, which is the same weight as gold, and what they're doing is they're coating it with 24 karat 999.9, and then whenever the person tests it and uses a little machine to test the gold, then it's coming up at 999.9. But if you actually drill down into the gold, or if you actually break it in half, try and cut it in half, you'll see that the inside's full of tungsten. And a lot of dealers, a lot of reputable dealers have been caught out by this. If you want to go to Google and type in a search for fake gold Pamp Suisse or fake gold different bullion dealers, you will see that a lot of the different bullion dealers have been scammed. And there is a lot of fake gold in the market. And this is why it's so important for people who do know about buying gold that they have these extra security features. They have the certificate, they have the stamps. Now, the next part of this is another reason why people will say Karatbars is expensive. Let's say they didn't do a Google search. Let's say they went to Bullion by Post, for example, and they took a look at the website. Well, on the website right now, you can see today that you can buy a 1 gram gold bar in stock, as you can see on the screen there, from £37. Okay, so that's £37, which works out, that's actually on the homepage of the website. If you actually get into the website and you go then and you click on gram bars and you get really into it, then if you want to buy one of these, the same one that's in the picture, with the certificate and everything and with the serial number, then you'll see that 1 times 1 gram today is £52. So £52 works out at €60 today, which works out at $67. So you only get this 37 price if you're buying over 100. And even the Heraeus one that they're showing in the picture, if you buy over 100 of those, the cheapest you can get that for is £46. So £52 is a long way away from 37. But what happens is, with a Karatbars potential customer, they go to Bullion by Post or they go to another website, they see a nice flashy price on the home page of the website. They never investigate any further. They immediately compare it with Karatbars International, and they automatically assume that Karatbars is overpriced. So you can see today, one of those little 1 grams Heraeus. This is one of the Heraeus ones here from Bullion by Post. That would cost me £52 today from Bullion by Post. Another example, to use an example from the United States and Canada, there's a company called Gold Money. Someone told me the other week that the price from Gold Money was €35 per gram, so they were going to go and buy their gold from Gold Money. Now, I went and opened an account. I always go and check these things. I don't go on what people tell me. I go and base it on facts. So I opened an account with Gold Money, and I went, and the least amount of gold that I can buy and get delivered from Gold Money is a Gold Money cube. Now, that Gold Money cube is 10 grams, so the minimum order is 10 grams. Whenever you get to the checkout, it's not €35 because there's a redemption fee and there's a shipping fee that are at a €53 shipping fee and a €17 redemption fee. And whenever I went into the terms and conditions of Gold Money, this shows that the weight, the 10 gram Gold Money cube, is the purity percentage is 0.995, not 0.999, as is with Karatbars International. Plus the fact you can't buy a gram, you can't buy a 2.5 gram, and you can't buy a 5 gram. And again, Karatbars International, the purpose of our company is to provide gold and make it easily accessible to the masses. If people have 400 or €1,000 to go and buy ounces and kilos, That's not really the market. Our market is that 99% of people who can't afford to go and buy gold in the bigger amounts. So what I found with my research over the 4 years is that the prices on the home pages of these websites don't reflect what you actually get at checkout. There are always minimum orders, things like minimum orders, so you have to minimum order of $250, or there's a minimum order of 10 grams, something like that, in order to get that price. They don't have the 1 gram to 5 gram in stock. I registered with a company in Holland and the Netherlands, got to the checkout, sorry, we have no 1 grams in stock. And then for the next 2 weeks, I had some different people ringing me up every day trying to sell me ounces. So my feeling from that was they never had any 1 grams in the first place. They only wanted my credit card details. They wanted my name and address and telephone number, because what their main core of their business was to try and sell people into buying ounces. Lots of companies just aren't geared up to produce or to sell 1 gram to 5 gram, and that's really what Karatbars is all about. Again, I found that it's not the same purity when you look into the small print. There are charges often for storage, or maybe no storage available at all. So if you don't want to keep the gold in your own home, then you've got no storage option with these companies. Expensive delivery costs and these little add-ons like I showed you from Gold Money. And again, people are buying gold, maybe paying a bit less for it, but it's very, very difficult to resell gold if you don't have a certificate and if you don't have those security features, because there is so much fake gold out there in the market. So let's take a look at Karatbars Gold. Taking into consideration what I've just told you, Karatbars Gold comes from an LBMA accredited refinery. There's only about 70 refineries in the world that are on the London Bullion Market Association good delivery list, and Karatbars buy our gold from one of those refineries. We sell 0.1 gram to 5 gram weights. This is our 0.1 gram cash gold here. You can see the gold in the center. You can see the Karatbars stamp there on the gold itself and the various security features. We have a 0.2. And then we have a 0.4. You can see the grams of, or the piece of gold there. And then we have the 0.6. So this is a 0.6. And from the 0.6, then we have our 1 gram, which is the 1 gram in the center. We then have the 2.5 gram. The 2.5 grams is there in the center again. And we have our 5 grams. So that's our Karatbars cards and our Karatbars range. Again, gold for the masses. The Karatbars logo is embedded into the gold during the manufacturing process, again for security reasons. You can see it in there in the center. It's 24 carat, it's 999.9 purity, not 999.1 or 999.5. It's private issue as well. Well, why is that important? Well, I've got a Britannia gold coin here. Okay, there's a Britannia. There's an American Eagle gold coin. Here's a Britannia silver coin. And an American Eagle silver coin. The thing about these is these are minted and they're not private issue. So really, if either country got into any type of economic stress, then they could ask for that back. So whenever I'm buying gold, I like to buy private issue gold that's not issued by a government, and it can't be easily confiscated by the government then as well. So that's a big reason why we buy private issue gold and not buying gold that's issued by a government or a mint. Because at the end of the day, it's not yours, you're only holding on to it, it's not your own possession. The certificate of authenticity is on here in the back, so we can see that signed. So the certificate's on the card itself. Okay. We have our hologram, again like the Karatbars I told you about, which cost nearly 70 euros, but here's the hologram on the Karatbars card. We have our serial number on the front of the card at the bottom, so that's your serial number. And it's sealed inside this durable plastic card. Again, as my wife was pointing out, this is a 1 gram bought on the internet, and this is a Karatbars card, so much easier to store and hold these as well, and not so fiddly and small. Plus it's a beautiful thing as well. On top of that, we have our own DNA security coating. So there's a liquid coating on top of this card. That the coating is unique to Karatbars International. Karatbars International have a reader, and that reader you put across the top of the card and it beeps, and then you know it's a genuine Karatbars again. So again, that's added security because of all that fake gold that's out there. This is added security on top. Karatbars, and this is really important, Karatbars have been delivering without issue since 2011 into 119 countries. So we're delivering this gold into 119 countries. We do thousands of packages with FedEx out of Germany every single month. Delivering all around the world since 2011. And there are lots of gold companies popping up now at the moment, and like any business, over 80% of businesses never last 24 months. So would you trust your money? Would you send a bank transfer to a company that has only just started or was a year old or 2 years old? Or would you trust a company that has been working now for over 5 years, very successfully and very safely and very securely in all the countries that we actually operate in? On top of that, we give you free storage in Germany, or FedEx delivery. So every single delivery that goes out by FedEx insured courier. So you have to sign for it at the door, and you can track it all the way from the Karatbars office right the way through to your doorstep whenever you sign for it as well. So it's really secure. A lot of companies send out gold by like Royal Mail and just normal mail. You don't want that, because if it goes missing, then you've got no cover for that. On top of that, Karatbars, because it's private issue again, and it's private issue gold, it's your gold, it's easy to liquidate in any country in the world. People often ask, what do I do with my Karatbars later? You can go and sell gold in any country in the world right now. Any jeweler in any country in the world who would buy that from you, because gold has been used as a method of payment for goods and services in countries for now 5,000 years, and that's all around the world in all cultures. On top of that, we have KaratPay, which is just launching at the moment. The facility's just been introduced to the Karatbars website, and it means that you can pay with your gold worldwide. If you buy cash gold with Karatbars International now, and you've got some cash gold in your online account, you can transfer that gold to another person's account within the Karatbars system. So let's say I have 500 euros worth of gold in my account. I can go now and transfer my 300 to you if I owe you 300. So rather than paying you in cash, I can now pay you in gold. On top of that, because of our cash gold has now been launched and the KaratPay app, shops and businesses around the world can now accept Karatbars as payment for goods and services. So if you own a business, or if you know someone who owns a business, much like you have Apple Pay and Android Pay, well, now you're going to have KaratPay as well. And that's the technology that we're using can already be implemented into 37% of retail outlets as a plug-in straight into the EPOS systems in those stores. So you will see KaratPay happening and key exchange centers opening in the coming months and years. On top of that, and because people go to Google and check out spot price, because people don't understand how other companies price their gold, and people never give Karatbars the chance to find out how much does it actually cost. People don't even register, so they never get to that stage of finding out. Well, if you take a 0.1 gram cash gold today, it's about €7.50 for one of those. Okay, so it makes it easily affordable to the masses in every country. You can go now and you can get one of these, and you can put it into storage for free, and it costs you €7.50. And the account's free. A 1 gram today will cost you around about €56. Okay, so that's one of these. So a 56, this is one of these today, €56, about $60, £48. A 2.5 gram, slightly bigger card, is €53 per gram. So again, if you take the price of the card and divide it by 2.5, then it works out at €53. So it's come down from 56 to 53 if you buy these. And then on top of that, if you buy a 5 gram card, then the price actually comes down to €49 per gram. So if you're buying one of these today, you need a 3% discount code, which we'll give you. I can give you one of these cards that's valid for 12 months, so you can use it 10 times, 100 times, as many times as you like, but I'll give you one of these. You punch it into the website, and it'll give you 3% off any gold purchases for the next 12 months. So this is, again, people will take a look at the gram price of Karatbars and then compare it to some price they've seen on another website, but they don't realize, like with gold money, the minimum order is 10 grams. Well, if you buy 5 grams today with Karatbars International, it's €49 per gram. But people don't give the website enough chance in order to find these things out. So whenever people say, I can buy gold cheaper, well, at least now you've got a mental idea and a mental picture of what people mean if they're talking about spot price. If someone says to you, I've seen Bullion by Post sell a gram of gold and it's £1 cheaper per gram, well, yes, you can buy it for £1 cheaper, and that's what you'll get. So that's cost me £50, a Karatbar cost me 51. Which would you rather have? Would you rather have that for 50, or would you rather have that for 51? Okay, with the certificate and the hologram and the serial number and everything else that comes with it. I'll give you a good example. I just bought myself the BMW on the left. So I bought myself a car, and my neighbour came across and said, hey Brian, that's a nice car. He didn't come across and say, Brian, I could have bought a car cheaper. We can buy lots of things cheaper. But the reason, if you buy something cheaper, you get a cheaper product. There's a market price for everything. I bought the BMW on the left because I like the features. I like the fact it was a 4.4 V8. I like the fact it had air conditioning. I like the fact that it had all the gadgets and tools that it came with. I could have bought a car cheaper, but I didn't want to. But the funny thing about it is, if you tell someone you're selling gold, they will quite happily to your face turn around and say, I can buy gold cheaper. But the amazing thing is that there's a less than 1% chance that that person actually owns any gold at all. Yet they will still give you an opinion on it. Now, people who do know about gold, and I deal with a lot of people who do buy a lot of gold from Karatbars International. I had one person who bought £30,000 worth. I have a gentleman who bought 25,000 euros worth a few weeks ago. Now these people do buy gold and they know about gold, and the reason they buy from Karatbars International, now they could buy kilos, maybe get a cheaper price per gram by buying kilos, but they still choose Karatbars International. So why do the big buyers still come to Karatbars? Well, it's very easy for them to buy. They can just do a bank wire, they can pay on a credit card or a debit card. The gold is stored for free in Germany for them, so there's no extra storage costs adding up every week and every month. There's no subscription fees, there's no charges. The storage, it's easier then to store. So if someone has 10 of these, for example, they could put one in one of their, they could put, let's say they had bought 100 of these, they could put 10 in one of their homes, 10 in another. They could give 3 to their daughter, 4 to their son, 5 to their grandson. So it's very, very easy to split up. If someone has a kilo, or big gold bars like that, they need to find a safe, they need a really secure place to find it, and if a burglar finds a kilo of gold, then he knows he's got a kilo of gold. These are very, very easy to store. People store them behind pictures, you can store them anywhere, really inconspicuous, and people, no one really knows what they are. And on top of that, they're very, very easy to liquidate. If you have a kilo of gold, and a kilo of gold today will cost you about $41,000, if you want to sell that, you need to find someone with $41,000. If you want to liquidate some Karatbars, you just need to find a few people who have 250 euros. So very, very easy to turn back into cash. And with the new Karatpay system, it means that people who own a lot of gold with Karatbars International now can actually pay other people in gold through the Karatpay app and the Karatpay system. So that really brings me to my offer, and just want to summarize what I've talked about here today. This is through my research and what I found since 2013. I have looked at different companies, I've looked at other companies that sell gold, and I have said this to a few people, and people have sent me different websites back. If anyone can buy and have delivered the same grade of gold in the same weights with the same features as Karatbars International for a lower price, and it has to be the same price on the same day, I will send them 500 euros of my Karatbars gold. So that's 2 of these 5 gram carats. Okay. Now, I don't give away free gold, and I'm quite happy and content that that gold is not going to leave my table. What I need is I need proof of purchase, proof of delivery, and the features list must be provided. So I need to be able to go and check that company and check the features list to make sure it's the same as Karatbars International are offering. Now, you know now why features are so important. It's to do with security. It's to do with all the fake gold that's out there. So the features I'm looking for are 0.1 gram to 5 gram weights. Even 1 gram to 5 gram weights would be fine. Delivery from 1 gram, okay, so no minimum delivery orders, because again, that's just a way of keeping people's money for bigger amounts. It has to be 999.9 purity, from an LBMA accredited refinery. The gold must be stamped, it must have a serial number, it must have a certificate of authenticity, hologram, DNA security coding. The company must offer a free account, no subscriptions or hidden charges where they're getting money somewhere else, no forced purchases or minimum orders, credit, debit card or bank wire purchasing, free storage, ensured delivery, and a buyback facility as well. Because if the company doesn't offer those features, it's not offering what Karatbars International are offering. Now, I haven't even included the fact that Karatbars offer a free business to business partners completely for free, a chance to get all your gold discounted or for free. I have not used any of my own money since 2013 to buy any of the gold that I've accumulated with Karatbars International. I've accumulated all my gold through my commissions and through by telling other people about Karatbars International. I haven't even included there the Karatpay features or K-Exchanges features because no other company have them. But these are all features also offered by Karatbars. And again, this offer is made by me personally. It's not by Karatbars International. But I'm confident in the past 4 years I've been with the company. I'm confident in all the other companies that people have told me about, that have registered with, that at the end of the day, what you see in the front isn't always what happens, what you get at the end. So let me summarize what I've talked about today. If you don't want someone to tell you Karatbars is expensive, don't try and explain gold to them. Okay, you can ask them to watch this video, or you can ask them to watch my full presentation at thismightbeofinterest.com/presentation. So it's thismightbeofinterest.com/presentation. If someone watches that, they cannot and they will not come back to you and say Karatbars is expensive, because in that video I explained to them how gold is priced. I explained to them what you get for your £1 cheaper. I explained to them about the security features and why the security features are so important. If someone watches that video and understands it, they will contact you to get your sponsor link because they know they will not be able to buy the same product anywhere else at a better price. And always remember in the back of your mind, do not get frustrated with people because 99.9% 0.9% of the population do not own any gold. They have never bought it, they don't own it. So whenever they say to you, Karatbars is expensive, Karatbars is overpriced gold, you have to just say, okay, I can understand why you would think that. Can you take a look at this video? If you're still not interested after you watch this video, no harm done. And that's what I do with people. I always ask people to watch the video first. I never even talk to them about gold. I don't tell them about gold because there's no point. We need to educate people first. We don't need to try and sell them Karatbars International. Now, if you do this and you ask people to watch the presentation first, you will never hear the words Karatbars are expensive ever again. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you've learned a little bit about gold. I hope you've learned a little bit about how gold is priced and the different denominations and security features as well. And I hope that you decide to become a Karatbars customer. I hope you decide to start saving with us today from as little as €7.50. So free account, buy your first 0.1 gram of gold today. And again, you've got your free storage, you've got your delivery. And don't forget, Karatbars, we also have a wide range of other products as well. We have birthday cards, Christmas cards, business cards. I'll just take them out here. So we have our just married cards, I love UK, happy birthday, congratulations, and you can also get printed anything you like in these as well. So a lot of business people would order the business cards from us. The business cards work out at around about €10 each. I keep mine in here somewhere. Here we go. So the business cards work out about €10 each, and again they have gold in the top left hand corner there as well. So lots of great products, and there's lots of great products coming on the way as well. So there's something in there for everybody with Karatbars International. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you've learned a little bit about Karatbars. Again, take a look at that. This might be of interest.com presentation where I do tell you a little bit more about the company, the products, the background, and about pricing as well. So thanks very much for watching, and I hope to see you again on another video.